Alright, I guess we're gonna start off. Um, Hi. Today, just kind of to start off this channel, I wanted to run through some of the Shrine Task compilations. Yeah, provide some commentary, just pretty much it. So, basically to start off, we had Task 1. So this we didn't even have a proper survey back then, this was just me and random trying to just mess around. We chose 100% shrines because like they weren't really ran at the time. They weren't really the only runs on the leaderboard where like I had one or two and then I think Sigma had the rest. But yeah, that like there was I don't think any runs for any of the DLC ones. So yeah, we picked a lot of Hundo shrines to do tasks for. For this one I was mostly trying to go for I wouldn't say purely creativity, but I was trying to go for some more stylish strats, I guess. So yeah, grab the chest here. There's not really any other way to get into the thing, so yeah, blow up this area here. There's not really any other way to get to the ruby chest, because if you clip in, you have to also clip back out, which can be annoying. Yeah, anyway, we finished the shrine, it's 37. At the time I was using a video editor called Lightworks, so it only exports in 720p. Yeah, so here's Random's run. Random left the community a while ago, but he had some really good runs on leaderboard. So pretty quick motion controls, grab the key really fast. Opening door, grabbing the opal. Or that was in the chest that we destroyed. Yeah, instead of breaking the boxes, he just flips into it. You don't have to flip into it, but it, like the collision combined with the boxes there can make it kind of annoying. Also, ending it like that, he got a fairly good one. It can be pretty annoying. Alright, we have the second one now. This is we had 3 submissions for this one. So we start with Thunder's run. Thunder was like I think like one of the older members of the community. This is basically when the server was still brand new. I think he mostly copied off Sigma's route here. Sigma's like really good at finding routes and stuff. So pretty simple stuff here. Alright, going up here, your standard energy rule set. Or route, I guess. Yeah, and finishing the shrine. Are you guys hearing the game audio alright? Okay, it should be slightly delayed in that clip. Anyway, here's my run. Alright, cool. Thanks, Jason. Use the Great Eagle Bow because it shoots faster. Shooting the chest over here. I got not lucky, I guess, because it's actually slower, but I got the chest to shoot all the way over here. Yeah, open the chest. This part, I remember spent a long time trying to get right. Doing the ski bounce, enter bullet time, shoot the switch, and then have it flick you upwards. Here's Yoshi with the winning route. This is a really cool route, by the way. Yoshi usually comes up with some pretty creative routes. They either don't work or they work very well. They've won their fair share of tasks. So basically, there's already a bomb over the switch. So in order to flip the, I guess just the area, that's basically what it is. Back up. We just need to detonate the bomb. All right, now we have. If you notice that some of these entries are a little bit more rough. Yeah, what's this? Yeah, so that's because I didn't use as good of a video editor. Anyway, break both platforms with the same bow shot, which is actually fairly precise and took me a while to get. Open up the other chest And I forget what I did here. Oh yeah, I remember what I did here. This took me absolutely forever to get. Yeah, ragdoll, cryo flop. Very precise, but when done correctly, it gives you a lot of height. Alright, now we have randoms run. Doesn't use, he doesn't break them both in the same bow shot, so he loses a little bit of time there. But the Royal Guard's bow has a really fast reload time, so it doesn't lose that much. And do 2 shield clips through the walls. I can never get that second shield clip to work without an ESC. Anyway, pretty clean run. Alright, 4. This is probably my favorite of the tasks. We had a new runner this time, who, yeah, Lior, who basically he set like a pretty big influence on my server and everything. He's like really good with, like, he's a moderator in the Bread Pirates server, and yeah, great. Well, it's kind of a trick question. The fastest bow is actually, like, if you're shooting one single arrow, the fastest bow is the Falcon bow with max quick shot, which is if you're shooting one arrow is only one frame faster than the Great Eagle bow, which is second. The Royal Guards bow is fastest if you're shooting multiple arrows at once, because it has like by far the fastest reload time of any bow. So if you're shooting one bow, you want to either go with Great Eagle or Falcon bow. If you're shooting multiple, you're gonna want to go with the Royal Guards bow. Unfortunately, if you want to get quick shot on the Royal Guards bow, it takes a lot of leveling points to get. Like, I don't think I'm actually able to get enough on my current IL file, because I'm not doing any of the Divine Beasts, because I also need to run those as well. So yeah, I have just normal Royal Guards bow. But I haven't needed it yet, so that's okay. Anyway, so basically, for this run, it's mostly like a standard route for the shrine. I don't know if he had, like, before he got this, he's got some other entries in other races. I'm not sure if he 100% understood the speedrunning aspect of this. Yeah, he definitely has some smoother runs in the future. Also, a pretty rare sight is that a newer community member uses hasty food, which you almost never see. It's a lot rarer than you would think. Like, a lot of the time with newer IL runs, the runners just don't use hasty food. Even, like, I don't think they realize that it's really easy to get, and it's freeze time safe. Oh yeah, Derek, there's a whole leveling system in Breath of the Wild. Alright, and at this point, well, for a while, we actually are requiring IL files. So, like, you need to have the shrine incomplete. And this one's, you actually need the shrine incomplete too, which is kind of interesting, because otherwise you can't, for some reason, activate the apparatus. Alright, this is Thunder thing. Pretty standard stuff here. Bomb, cryo, jump plus bomb over the wall. He's using, I forget what software he's using to record, but it does sometimes result in audio issues. But the video quality is good enough. Go over here, beat up this Guardian, get stabbed by that Guardian, beat up this guy, don't get stabbed by him. Also, this was a time when we still allowed streaming for runs. Yeah, alright, pretty solid run for that. Randoms run. This run is actually really cool. So he's got full attack up plus really some pretty high damage weapons. Goes up here. That looks like it'd be slower, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Surfing down the stairs is slightly slower. But if you surf down the edge of it, like where it's not actually steps, it's not. And flop up here, unnecessary real quick, and finish it off, which is pretty smooth. Then my run, which I spent a long time on. I think you can still find this on my Twitch channel. I'm not 100% sure. Right, these shots, the first one is really hard because the Guardian's in a really weird spot and it will hit the wall most of the time. Yeah, this is when I was still using the Champion Tunic or Island Lobster shirts as speedrunning outfits. Yeah. Well, we didn't even really need to open the doors. And we have Baij, the mod. He's like one of the admins of the r/BOTW server. It's a lot smaller than the other casual server, but like the community is great. Killing the Guardians with some lower tier weapons. Using the spin attack to get some more hits in. I forgot what he does here. They're breaking the barrels with a bomb. Getting this first chest. And climbing out and I think opening the door with the key. Hey, Kelsky. Getting the, oh no, we're getting the drill shaft chest. Yes, this is Komali. Alright, pretty good run. Also, he used like this amazing like Lego creation to record his run. Nothing but respect. Alright, and we have another Leo run. Alright, bomb arrow the barrels to open it. Guardian's not dead yet, so I think we have to hit him one more time. Right? Yeah, there you go. Opening the chest to get the key. And heading out to get the drill shaft. Yeah, and then going to the end to finish the run. Yep. Pretty solid run. And finish. Okay, a little bit rough on the end there. Staircase is evil. Alright, now we have, if I remember correctly, yeah, we have the legendary Gamer345 right at the beginning of his speedrunning career. When he was also still named Wii U Gamer345 and was still actually running on Wii U with a camera recording setup. Pretty clean run. When he used to always like have his camera jostling around, so I'd have to compensate in the video editor. All right. Right, I think he running out of stamina here, but jumping down, opening the final chest. Opening the door. And finishing the shrine. Overall pretty nice run. Okay, this run is really cool. Shooting the chest off with a bomb arrow. Chest hits him. That was actually the thumbnail for the video. You go through here, shoot that with a geb. Go up here. As we're running away, we shoot him, so in order to not kill ourselves, I guess. Bomb arrow those. Grab the chest. I believe... Wait, I can't remember. Guess we'll find out in a second. Yes, that's what it was. He's the only one to not go through the door. Do 2 really clean ski clips and finishes off by jumping to the staircase. And then myself. Feels really weird narrating runs that tasks that I've won. Shoot that guy from over here, ski bounce up here. This was before boomerang wall jumps were not discovered, but I guess like realized. Drop down here, shoot that guardian, which is actually fairly precise. Open the chest, and we can't clip because we've already used the ski bounce, so we have to go back after the thing. I believe the current world record uses boomerang wall jumps to circumvent that. Yeah, I think it's by Aqua, I believe. Yeah. Pretty alright run. Rin Oyaa is an interesting shrine for tasks. So we had a lot of different routes for this one. So we had Sea Basil. Pretty decent run. Brings the block all the way up here on puts it on the slope at an angle, so he can shoot upwards to redirect the stasis, but also can climb on top of it for ease. Oh yeah, so there's some weird audio shenanigans in these older videos. And ski bounce to get up the ledge and finish the run. Yeah, I used some really scuffed YouTube downloaders before I made my own. Alright, next is Gamers. This is after he changed his name to Gamer345. But he's still on Wii U, so still scuffed recording setup. I do love scuffed recording setups though. I don't mean to make that sound weird. I don't know how to put that. Anyway, so basically kind of following the old record for that. All these runs are submittable to the leaderboards, by the way. Except instead of... Oh wait, no. Yeah. So basically copying Sigma there and using a bomb to get across. I love bomb strats. And Random's run, which I remember I dared him to wear this outfit. And this run legitimately gives me anxiety because of how close he comes to bonking on the wall on 2 occasions. So ski bounces up to the block, goes up here. Anxiety moment number 1. Yeah. And then a really strange flop here, which he don't know how he didn't bonk against the wall. I had several minor panic attacks when watching that for the first time. Here's Yoshi, which is probably my favorite run of this competition. Simply going up here and triggering the platform. I guess that's what it would be. And getting a ski bounce up here. This is not the cool part. The really cool part is after he gets the chest and then does a shield flip with the ski bounce to get a lot more distance and then finish the shrine. Which is really snazzy. And then here's me who just like... Yeah, I spent way too long on that. But, yeah. And then gliding ski bounce. I could have saved a little bit of time if I had done a shield break there, but I didn't realize, I didn't know how to do that yet. Yeah, alright, this is task 7. This is like a really like key moment in shrine racing. Even though there's only 2 submissions, it's like, hey Peeper. There's something about this that kind of starts off a certain time. Yeah, thanks for the follow. So we touched the other chest. I had a little bit of a hiccup there. So we go over here. Clear ski bounce. Touch this other chest. Oh, that's my bot. Do like a really annoying shield flip up there. Yeah, and fall in the lava. Oh, I'm not running the bot, never mind. And then here's really the important part. This is the first task that Less Gaming won. This is a really influential moment because if I remember correctly, he goes and wins the next 6 tasks. I'm sorry for the spoilers. Alright, he goes here, touches that chest, touches this one. I really like this run. Goes up here, skips having to clear ski bounce, touches this one, and then this really smart move, SBR's up here, touches this chest, and then falls in the lava. A really clean run by Las, and it's definitely not the last. Alright, this is a really interesting one because there's like 4 different routes. So this one here, I might skip ahead in this one a bit. This is Random's run. He goes with mostly the the Great Thunderblade. I'm not 100% sure why he did that. I'm not sure what he was going for. It didn't end up being faster. It was like almost a 2-minute submission. So yeah. So basically kind of keeping him stunned with the Thunderblade. I'm going to skip ahead here just so we don't take up too much time. Alright, yeah. And pretty solid. Gets the chest. And finishes the shrine. So he keeps speed up for the entire thing. This one was mostly like you want to deal as much damage as you can as fast as possible. So sometimes speed up isn't the best, as the next submission is actually uses attack up inside the speed up. And Lear's using the Ancient Blade Saw here, which has a really high damage output, but also does extra damage to Guardian Scouts. I think. So yeah, so hits him to kind of get like a stun on him. Then does a spin attack here to start like really like honing in the damage. He had a pretty cool recording setup too. And right before he starts the spin attack, he dies. And then he can run to finish the shrine. Oh wait, no, he's got to get the chest first. We picked 100% because that was kind of the pattern, and of course that means that we also have to kill the Guardian Scout. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Here's my run, which has audio desyncs, so just keep that in mind. I started with the Frost Spear here. I couldn't wear my typical min hat because it's against the rules. So we have, we freeze him with the Frost Spear, attack up through this menuing took me absolutely forever to work at, and do some freeze chaining. Yeah, well, you kind of see it, yeah. Then immediately go and eat speed food again. Yeah. And if you're wondering how you can beat this, well, yeah, well, this run has definitely a lot of improvement to it, but as we're about to see, first place is, yeah, I think you should just see it. So it's less again. With, well, we have to kill the Guardian, but he wrong warps from the Obliterator trials. Yeah. Literal 5-head move. Hello. Yeah, get the chest and finishes. Alright, next we have, oh, this was a fun one. This was we've done a couple runs like these where you can't, it's like the equivalent of the Super Mario 64 8-button challenge. We have Brown Squirrel, who kind of went for the casual route through the shrine, connected all the electric paths and opened up the door. I'll skip ahead in this a little bit. pretty clean method of solving the puzzles. I've never actually solved this puzzle casually, so it was actually pretty interesting to see the route for it. Alright, here we, yep. And that's it. And that's the shrine. Next run, I forget who's second, 5th place. Yeah, okay, random is 5th place. So, gets this block, brings it all the way over here. Attacks it to charge it up. So it charges up to red and points it upwards. Unstasis it. Unstasis. And pretty clean ending too. If you don't run ILs, the ending is not ever nice. Like ever. So you go to Yoshi's run. Basically the same thing except he charges it up less. Can't jump over the staircase, so you have to run all the way around. Another pretty clean ending too, with the first frame main press, which is, you love to see it. This is Akutcha's first submission. They do several other submissions too. They grab the block and hit it twice with the Thunder Blade to open the door. Next is myself with this motion controls flick, which is really hard. I didn't realize you only needed to hit it twice, so I lost a lot of time there. And then first place, of course, is Les, who had an incredibly clean run. Yeah, and that's that. That's jump, Jason. So now we have Ishto Soh. This is the only one where none of the submissions beat the record. First is Dova, who's like a legend for being like an absolute god at trying to resurrection clip. Starts with speed food. This is before he got a capture code, so he's still using his recording setup. Goes over here, kind of following the main route. World record before this is moon jump. Hey gamer, how you doing? So, and he just cheeses this area. This area is really easy to cheese because of the lamps and just the wall terrain, I guess. And this jump here is pretty easy too. Yeah, a little bit trouble with the A press because it's just really weird. Next we have Brown Squirrel again. This time doesn't actually use speed food, but still gets a pretty fast submission in. Ski bounces up here to save a little bit of time. Shoots this switch, shoots this other switch. Runs and glides over here. Oh, nope, not yet. Now he glides over here. And since he's all the way over here, he doesn't need to... they don't need to use the... They don't need to do any fancy parkour. We have this run here, accurate Shah. I think that's how you pronounce it again. Second submission. Grabs this chest, jumps over the laser. Puts down only one bomb this time. Flops up here. Pretty snazzy. Shoots this with the falcon bow. Shoots this again with the falcon bow. Runs out of arrows, which is the first time I've actually noticed it. No, you're not. You're later in gamer. I don't think you ran this one specifically. Alright, detonates both bombs, finish the run. Oh no, they only put one bomb down, so they do a second flop to finish the run. Pretty clean. We have Yoshi, who ran this on. It has kind of weird video quality because they ran this with their like AVI like composite capture card on Wii U. So jumps over the laser, puts a second bomb down. Ski bounces up here. Shoots that with a 3-shot bow. Grabs this chest. I don't remember what less does. I don't think he does an SBR though. So detonates both bombs and then just runs to the end. Oh, A prompt is weird, as always. Here's randoms run. This run is actually pretty different from. Does a jump slash down here. Runs out. Jumps over the laser. Puts actually like accurate shot. Puts one bomb down, and then immediately detonates that, which you don't really see. None of the other runs do that. So we're over here now. Throws a bomb as he's up here. Jumps up here. Detonates the bomb here, and then has a little bit of trouble getting onto this thing, but goes up here. Yeah, really, outside of jumping on that last part, really clean run. And then, of course, we have Bless for first. No surprises there. Jumps down to get this chest. And then, instead of jumping over, just shields it, which that's actually, I think, the fastest option. Places 2 bombs, does a moving ski bounce. And he made, like, videos of attempts, and he credited me with teaching him how to do that, and I always said I regret teaching him how to do that, because he wins, like, so much. His win rate is insane. Yeah, and then detonates both bombs, and finishes the shrine. Pretty good, really good run. Alright. Alright, this one was fun. Another run from Akracha. Stasis is this. But then goes and does a grounded, not grounded, a shielded ski bounce. I don't know what you would call that, but yeah. Goes and grabs this chest down here. He goes and finishes, opens the door. He goes and finishes the shrine. I really wish the door would, like, the collision would match the thing, but unfortunately it doesn't. Alright, randoms run, shoots the chest to open up the block. He bounces up here. Drops down to get the chest right before the stasis runs out. He barely has any room to work with there. Like a little dance, because that's really all you can do. And finishes the shrine. Is Yoshi. It hasn't even opened the block yet. Whoa, doesn't even stasis the block, just yeets it upwards. And it goes and finishes the shrine. Now you're treated to approximately 30 seconds of black space, because my run did not render correctly, so we'll just skip that. And yeah, cool. Now we have Les's run. Now, so really fast stasis there. Moving ski bounce. And again, it does not have very much room to work with because the block wasn't shot up very much. It grabs the key. So pretty similar routes across the board for this one. Yeah, pretty simple. Alright, the first team task. We've had 3 of them. This one was pretty fun. So 4th place was Dova and Thunder. So puts a bomb down, grabs a metal cube, charges it up with stasis and a stone smasher. Yeah, this was a fun task. Detonates the bomb, jumps off the block as it's soaring upwards, and finishes the shrine. Pretty good ending too. Next is Kaam Okeo. Nope, that's Rota Ooh, not Kaam Okeo. Dova goes over here, shoots the switch, and shoots the other switch. She shoots it again, lands on top of it, and then goes and finishes the shrine. Next we have, I think, Kaam Okeo, which is also by Dova. Who, yeah, again, I don't know if he knew any of the speed tricks that allowed you to get over the wall. His shrine is pretty slow if you don't know how to go over the wall. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So basically, Magnesis that to get it out of the way. Magnesis is this. Has a little bit of trouble grabbing it because those are kind of annoying to grab. Yeah. Gets hit by it, unfortunately. Skip that a little bit. We're over here. Shoots the block to kill the Guardian Scouts. Nope. They dodged it. Goes over here. Just kind of like a standard route for the shrine. That part's really annoying to do. I remember messing around with that. Skip ahead a little bit more. So pretty much like the casual route for the shrine. It's a really fun shrine, honestly. Yeah, then goes and it has a little bit of trouble with the switch. Yeah. Anyway, pretty standard stuff. Not a bad run. And now, yeah, I forget how I solved this one. I don't think I did the puzzle. We have Vortex, who used to be going under the name Savage A123. Using this strat, which has really weird stasis. This used to be the 100% record for it. Yeah, and almost gets a ragdoll cancel. That would have been really fast. Now we have Squirrel. Here, shoots the switch twice to get onto the top. Runs to the end. Okay, so I guess there was a error with that. Okay, that's unfortunate. Sorry about that. Anyway, hopefully there aren't any more rendering errors. I had to download all these. It took me like 4 hours to download all these runs, so. Anyway, we have Deluxe's run. This is Gihara. Shoots the switch. Shoots this other one to knock down the ball. Grabs the chest. Runs into the wall there. Sometimes that can happen. Happens to the best of us. And I believe Deluxe is the only one who used skew clipping. At least in this spot here. So it does 2 skew clips to get to the end. I tried this one. I could never get through the second wall, but he does here. And finishes the shrine. Pretty solid run. Here's my run. I shoot the switch. Or not the switch, the string, I guess. Gets a little tripped from the collision there. Goes here. Pretty self-explanatory. gonna go and do a ski bounce over the wall. Moving ski bounces don't go high. They don't go as high as stationary ones. I think that's why I opted for a stationary one instead of a moving one. Here's Random's Run, which is quite like impressive. Doesn't get stopped by the collision here. And then this bow shot is ridiculous. Just boom. Grabs the chest. Runs out the door. Runs to the other side of the shrine. Ski bounce. And really clean ending too. With a pretty good A press. And then, now if you watch this run, you'll notice it's slightly different. This run is like one of my favorite idols because it's just really smart. We go and yeah. That. Alright. Yeah, it does lose a little bit of time to setting up that shield flip, but other than that, pretty solid run. And just really smart strat at the beginning. With apparatus storage and I think it's called volcano storage. Alright, we have this run was this is also a pretty pivotal moment in this. Using the Korok leaf to open the gate. Over here. Yeah, I like this part here. Using the really weird collision of the side hopping onto the really weird collision of the fan windmill, I guess. Jumps over here. Bomb arrows this. It's pretty much guaranteed to take damage for you to take damage there. It's kind of strange, but it usually doesn't slow you down at all. Right, it has a little bit of trouble opening the chest because he lands on top of it. Yeah, and then goes and voids out. So we have Basil. Here we have using the bomb to open the windmill. The bombs trigger the windmill for like less than a second. But if you're fast enough, you can run through the thing. Ski bounces over here. Opts for a stationary one to get more height. Bomb arrows this. Oh, yeah, bomb arrows. Those bomb barrels, I guess. Uses a bomb to trigger this one as well. Lands on the platform, opens the chest. And dies. Yay. And this is the pivotal moment where Les's streak of wins ends. But this run is actually really cool as well. Has a little bit of trouble with menuing there. Uses the Korok leaf to trigger this fan to actually spawn the platform. Stands over here, throws a bomb. Bomb rolls under this platform, which she can then stasis and fling him all the way up here. Again, has a little bit of trouble opening the chest, but goes for a different chest than everyone else. And then side hops into the void. Now we have Random's Run, which is pretty similar to all the other ones, except like perfect. Goes up here, moving ski bounce. Great equal bow to shoot this area a little bit faster. Then this part is really smooth. Throws the bomb before they're even fully on the launcher. And then sprints into jump attacks into the void. Very good run. And then here's me, this run's okay, I guess. Alright, I menu to the Cryonis room by accident. Shoot that switch, which is actually quite annoying because it sometimes pops the balloon as it does here. I actually stole this strat from Zant. Use the original one because if you whistle right as you're coming out of the room, the Guardian Scouts won't hear you. Well, actually, you can use them to redirect the stasis. I think that's also the current NMG record. And we fall into the void. Alright. This is actually right when Les created the NMG rule set, so we were just kind of testing it out here. This is the old NMG rule set, as you'll see in a second. Because this strat is not actually allowed anymore, unfortunately. I think, yeah. So climbs up cryo blocks and then does a horizontal Cryonis block BTB to finish the run. Pretty smooth. But then, again, Les takes the record back. Alright, uses the really quick shield to switch there. He's opting for throw sprinting instead of whistle sprinting. So he immediately places the Cryonis block and then does even faster horizontal BTB. So pretty nice run. Sheh's like 4 seconds off the one. This route would later be improved by Alaska. Oh, I did a comparison for this one, I think. Yeah. So yeah, Les is faster because he opts to go for like directly up instead of, and also he gets more speed off of the Cryonis block. Alright, we have the second team task, which I believe this is. I don't even remember which one this is. Pharaon, yeah. Alright, next we have Leor and the legendary Z2W. There's a really clean ESC. We have Ishto Soh. And so had a little bit of trouble getting into the launcher. Glides over here. Standard like RTA strat. Goes down here, has a little bit of trouble getting to this lower ledge. Turns around, I believe. Switches to Cryonis. This is like the RTA strat, I think. And then does scope clip to get through the wall. Pretty nice run. Pretty good ending too. Gets a little bit of like trips on the staircase a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty good. We have Shai Utoh. Fun to do. Alright, goes around, unstasis it, so the stasis timer ends a little bit sooner. Runs up this slope, which can be kind of finicky, but you can a lot of the time if you're like running for like frames and stuff, you can lose a lot of time to that slope. Okay, goes up here. And yeah, finishes the shrine. Hold on, did we skip a task? We might have skipped one. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, we have this was he got this really quickly, but this was the NMG record for like several months. A very clean run. With the really weird ragdoll cancel that you can get at the end there. Alright, here's random and cinnamon. It's not used in all shrines because it's incredibly inconsistent. Like when I was running it, you get a launch like that on average like 1 every like 40 attempts. We have Max's second run. Yeah, it'd be cinnamon now, I guess. So he bounces up here and finishes the shrine. Pretty solid. Now Shai Utoh. Random goes. Shield flips up here. Gets caught on the ledge. Plus he's also not using the slick shield, so he can lose a little bit of time there. Goes for the ISC. And gets it with almost no menuing, which is pretty optimal. Routing is hard. And Max's not an amazing start, but a really smooth. He actually, this is pretty fast, like compared to the current record at the time. Yeah, Max has entered several competitions and usually scores pretty high too. We have Les and Gamer. Yeah, it's a really hard selfie clip. It's really precise. You have Gamer. This is also like a really annoying strat because it's really hard to run on the rail here. And we have Les with Utoh. Unequips here instead of staying on the Radiant Shield, which is slightly faster. Does the ISC even though he's on Wii U, so he's at a disadvantage because he can't get those 2-frame buffers that make it a lot easier. But you can do an ISC in this specific situation. Oh wait, that got okay? These keep getting cut off for some reason. Anyway, we had this is another one. This is another one of my favorite tasks because we got a lot of entries. So we have legendary Corp, who was the first sub 1 fall off a cliff. Uses mostly Cryonis blocks here. Pretty standard. Using level 1 hasty food, which is not a huge difference from normal running speed. Oh yeah, Puper had a submission for this, but his run got disqualified. Unfortunately, it was a pretty good run too. It just scored pretty high. Yeah, and going back to the elevator to finish the run, we have Cinnamon running over here.
This is really hard. Like, there must be a fast way.
Level like 2 hasty food.
Like, there must be a fast way, otherwise it wouldn't be a task. Because this is pretty boring, just doing Cryonis blocks.
Yeah, so mostly just Cryonis block movement, but yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
We have the legendary Zero. The nice quick place run. First one to use the raft. So, gets off a little bit early, so he has to still go and glide to the end. Next we have Perry, legendary Power Bike Challenge runner. A little bit of trouble placing the Cryonis there. Stores the raft behind the block here, so it's in the same spot every time. You can get to it a lot quicker. Alright, shoots all the way over here, so it needs to glide a shorter distance. This run is amazing. Skew bounces, so you only need to place 2 Cryonis blocks. Catches the raft just as it's about to fall off. Charges it up with a bow spin. Stasis it, unstasis it, and lands in the water, which is actually not as slow as you would think, because the water is actually moving the direction you want to go. So I moved the raft all the way down here before I started the run. I spent like 20 minutes on this. And yeah, just parkour around the edge of the collision. Pretty, not like very clean movement. And yeah, and then we have Yoshi's run, which cool. Alright, this is really fun submission. This is really fun. Oh, you have it's a member of the Odyssey community. Yeah. Goes over here. Throws the laser onto the. I guess you'd call that a BMOS. I'm not sure. I've seen people call it those things. So goes over here. Waits for the kind of the casual route for the shrine, but done pretty quickly. Alright, and one more. And finishes the run. Putting the thing at an offset. Actually, and now we have Periwinkle again with the input display. Throws the bomb down here. This part is really cool. This is what I was trying to cover before the run started. What you can do is you can actually put the laser at an angle so it hits the switch. If you want it to hit, he puts it down in a really specific spot. Stasis is the thing right before it goes over. Detonates both bombs. Unstasis is the platform. The laser, since it's at an angle, actually hits the switch for the second time a lot sooner than if it was straight. Now, I think next, yeah, is Marshmallow, who's I think an SMO taster. This is not actually 5th place because I started the timer all really early. But yeah, this is a really cool run. Hey, Toast. Goes here, shoots the switch, unstasis the laser, detonates one bomb, which that's not actually a jump there, that's just catching the ledge at a specific moment, and then detonates the other bomb. Pretty clean. Now we have Gamer. Puts the laser down right over here. Only puts one bomb down for some reason. Stasis the laser and then unstasis it again. Does this a second time to trigger the switch again, and then detonates the bomb to finish the run. I gotta love the use of the BOGO hat. There's me. I'm quite happy with this run actually. I don't say that a lot. Places both bombs. Hits the thing with the rail guards bow. Makes it up here with catching the ledge. Uses the Korok leaf to. I guess that could have been a little bit cleaner. Korok leaf to trigger the switch. And yeah. And we have Yoshi. Really good run. Places both bombs with a weapon. Uses a bow. Doesn't quite make it up on the ledge, but then does a ski bounce to make it up and finish the shrine. Now we have Les, who I believe uses this same strat, but it does it a little bit faster. Barely catches that thing there. And yeah, really clean. This is a fun one. We have Les actually gets 8th in this one, which is almost unheard of.
Oh, it went in so fast. Let's go. Perfect. Oh my god, it was that a first frame A press. That was so good.
Now we have Random's. It's actually Random's brother who wanted to do an entry. Taco dude. Or actually, I think it's now just Taco. I think that's the name he goes by. Yeah, pretty good. We have the brother. And I'm using the duplex bow this time just to get just the amount of shots in to get it right. Just enough to let it go over the wall. Then we have Gamer with the stupidly precise bomb arrow strat. Very hard. We have Oba Davis, who has like a really interesting run in the sense that it literally just drops right there. Yeah, this is a... And then... Yep. Then the username, this would actually be the current NMG record if this shrine was incomplete. Just the ball just like appears in the receptacle. Like, really cool stuff. And then there's me. I opted to go for something like a little bit more dramatic, I guess. That took me very long to get, but still not first. And then we have Yoshi with absolute insane. This is insanity. Just like the menuing's not amazing, but like that's just so fast. Alright, this was fun. Now we have Ryman, a legendary Divine Beast Runner. Frostblade to extinguish these torches. Ignores the Guardian Scout. Blows up these boxes. Opens the door before he actually extinguishes all the torches. Shoots these with the Great Eagle Bow and Ice Arrows. I found that Great Eagle Bow and Ice Arrows can extinguish almost anything. And we have Yoshi, unfortunately getting second to last, using the Frost Spear, which is actually slightly faster than I think it's slightly faster than the Frostblade. There's a ski bounce up here instead of climbing the ladder. A really clean run. Unfortunately, missing out on the fastest method of extinguishing the torches, because you can actually use a blizzard rod to get a lot more, I guess, output from the frost. I don't know how to put that. Using the Great Eagle Bow. We're actually going to extinguish all of these with a single throw. I had to make sure that those... I had to make sure that was extinguished because I've lost a lot of runs to that. His username, which is ridiculous. Username's got some really clean entries. It's always fun to see when he submits. Shoots over there. Crouch cancels this throw to be able to run faster. Beautiful submission. And then we have Les, who just like... I don't think Les thinks about the game the same way the rest of us do. There's not really any reason to go to the other rooms, because there's no torches in them. Anyway, it does a spin attack here. Really smart. We didn't get too many submissions for this one, but this was actually a pretty interesting task. We have Ryman. Bomb arrows the cube off the platform. Uses a weapon to weigh down the other side, because that's totally how physics work. Kills that guardian just to make sure he doesn't kill any rounds. Uses the sword to open the door. Hey, Tao. Uses a weapon to bring this end down before using two more to bring the other end down too. And brings it up by jumping and finishes the shrine. Pretty solid. Next is Les. The really cool run. Simply shield flips off the block. Uses a spear to open the door. This part's cool. Just does a little bit of parkour to make it up really quickly. Very clean, very fast, very good run. Myself, I went for a different path. Just hop on the cube with octo balloons and just ride it just all the way up to the top of the shrine. Not as fast as I was meaning to get. I was expecting it to be a lot faster, but still, I guess it's okay. And then we have whatever this run is. This is really crazy. Does this. Just what? Ski bounces over the wall here. Clears the ski bounce. And does the parkour over here just to get to the end. Very clean run. That starting strat took like apparently like he shoots it in such a way that it hits the other end of the thing. Alright, this is a really fun one. The Red Plateau shrines are actually really fun to do backwards. So 10th place we have Ryman. So it charges up the stasis. We banned pre-stasis because of because of Yoshi's and mine's submissions for the last task. Or it's not the last task. I think 18, which is the other backwards one. That was so. Use the box walk to get all the way over the edge. There's a lot of box walk submissions. And we have Phantom, who is pretty new to the community at the time, but had already submitted a bunch of runs. This is a moving ski bounce, which is really clean. Yeah, usernames are ridiculous. Now we have a tie between Z2W and Random. Random, I would keep an eye on Random's run because it's really cool. He, instead of doing a box walk, he just does like a stasis launch. And then climbs up the ladder at the end. Now we have Yoshi. Somehow does a box walk all the way from over here. I didn't have any luck with the box walk from that high up because I'd hit the ceiling too much. Box walks can be really finicky if there's like a ceiling in place. Then there's Max with the slab launch. And this is really cool. Instead of doing a ski bounce or something, it just puts blocks here so we can climb up the wall faster instead of having to use the ladder. And then use myself. Using double hits to charge it faster, which is really finicky. Box walk. Not very clean at the end. I took, like, the movement there wasn't great. And also, I could have saved time by gliding. So, we have Zeref with the Rota helm. Interesting choice of outfit. Really, really clean box walk and barely misses the ceiling. Very clean. That's the fastest box walk submission. Then there's whatever this run is, current by username, who like makes a deal with the devil, or not the devil, like the slab, I guess. Like it takes him directly to the elevator. Like it's insane. And then for first place we have the Combat Legend. He uses bomb arrows to start the slab a bit faster, and gets a really like clean launch to it. To the end. Bow spinning is actually not faster if you're... It's only faster if you're either on top of the block or not trying to go for normal double hits. So this is the first one where he got more than 10 submissions, which is quite nice. And if 10th place is Phantom. So, uses a bomb arrow to shoot the... This is a pretty, like, standard, not standard, but pretty simple task, but optimization. Okay, we have Kisame here. Just somehow getting it into like the main channel here. If the ball is rolling, that loses a lot of time. If you a lot of time, you just want it to go directly in. So we have Ryman, who finally got a switch. I think this is the first. I think this might be the first one he did on a switch. Yeah. Just flicks it to the end. We have Joe Schmo with the amazing Lionel outfit. One of my favorite speedrunning outfits I've seen. Just completely clears it off and goes in the main channel. Pretty smart usage, actually. It gets really good ball RNG too. We have Gamer with, I believe, another interesting strat for this. Using a 5-shot Forest Dwellers. Nope. Right? Yeah, 5-shot Forest Dwellers bow and stasis to charge it up and immediately shoot it over here. Very clean. Next is myself. My capture card didn't record audio for some reason. This took me a long time to get. I don't land directly in the thing. Yeah. Barely make it onto the ledge. This is, yeah, technically bug limit. And we have Max again, or Cinnamon. There's a small shield flip there to skip running on the top. Just giant motion control flex, I guess. That motion control is actually really precise. You have Alex. Another one to use a bow. Yeah, I totally spliced my own rhyme gamer. Uses another bow, except it's really good. It's kind of similar to Phantom's Run, but it's a lot better RNG for where the ball lands. And there's this run, which is genuinely impressive. It was the best RNG I've ever seen. Bing. And then, of course, we have this, which is kind of like a true testament to motion controls as a whole. Just we have 13 tasks. Please, no video errors. Ooh. So this is Elden. There's not really there's not 4 shrines in Elden, so we had you could pick what shrines you did. Here's first is Mo Gamer did Mookit. Not 100% sure if he knew it. I don't know if I think he was confused about the rule set, so he just runs up the top. Since it's a really steep incline, it's really fun to do backwards, but you get a lot of slowdowns for this. No problem. See you some other time. Yeah, but still pretty clean. I think this actually beats Sigma's run, which was the same strat. And we have Kend, another Quebecois runner. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It just runs alongside the boulders. There's a small window that you can do that. And we have Thunder, which is with a really cool strat. Breaks everything on the other one, and actually uses a bomb arrow to lift the other end back up, and then just runs to the end. Really smart run. Now we have Nimbus, who's been in the community for a while. It hasn't really entered any submissions. Very, That jump is really fun to get. It's really satisfying when you hit, and I don't know if it's frame perfect, but it doesn't feel frame perfect. It's pretty easy to hit. Alright, here's my run. I just want to see how fast can I do this shrine without glitches. Well, it's not glitchless actually. This used to be the energy record before the rule set change. Very fun speedrun. And again, I used to Falcon Bow there because it's fastest for a single shot. Unfortunately, I accidentally lost that bow because it saved when I had dropped it by accident. We have Fish Eyes round, which this is a very interesting one, if I remember correctly. Very clean. Would have been the energy record at the time. Very, very smooth. Not really a lot of spots that he lost time on. You have Random with Tah Muhl. With this shrine is not fun to grind for long periods of time. You should know. I tried. And using a shield break ski bounce to avoid unequipping. We have Kasame for the. Yeah, everyone used the same strat for this. Now we have this. This is really when the spec, the SBECC was really like not popularized, but it was really looked into. Very good run from username. We have Pika. She does the standard. I think this is the current energy route at the time, but a lot faster than my run. We have Duplex. We get very clean run from this. That would that would be the record, but it's invalid because the end prompt on a completed run is actually closer than on a completed run. So we have ZCW tying the record, tying second place. Yeah. Hey Les. We're looking at your I don't know how to put that. Here's Xerath with the really quick menuing with a very fast spec. I don't know how to pronounce that. We have Joshmo with Tah Muhl. Yeah, we are judging this. Are you running? Sweet. Yeah, cool. We have Yoshi with this run blew my mind the first time I saw it. It's just like insane. Unfortunately was beaten in the future, but that was the energy record at the time. Now we have Ryman with another 5.867. I don't know how he got such a fast time, because you normally want to either grab the ledge or hit the ceiling. There. But apparently you don't need to. Another weird visual thing. Now we have this literal 5-head strat for... this is a beautiful run. Just a very smart strat. Like, you can't make this stuff up. I remember after he published that, after the results came out, I think like 2 or 3 people went to try that strat out. And we have Peeper, who is currently in the chat right now, and very nice Tah Muhl run. And of course, Alex, with another very clean Kaam. Very nice. And set him in to finish the run off with the very strange outfit. Very nice. And basically ends the clip very soon, so I had to have it. It was very tricky to mess around with. Alright, this is a really fun task, but it was really hard to time the runs, so we have to burn everything, and you're only allowed to use one bomb rune and no bomb arrows. Here's Mario doing... just kind of messing around with the quick shot on the very fast reload times on the Royal Guards bow. Not really going for a lot of bomb stuff, but kind of just like, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Now we have Yoshi. Instead of using the bow to, so he blows up a lot of things with that bomb, but also uses the meteor rod. That's what it's called. And uses spin attack to break all of these. Thorium. Breaks this spin attack to burn everything else. Burns the chest. Burns everything. And breaks everything under the bridge with a bomb. This is less with spends a lot of the time in the first area burning everything with a meteor rod, but it gets an insanely fast second room using the quick boomerang throw. Break that, and yeah, very clean movement to break everything. Here's Username, who for some reason wanted last place. I don't know. They told me that they wanted last place. I don't know why. But it has a pretty clean run here. Burns that, burns the leaves. Leaves can be annoying to destroy. Breaks the chest with the sledgehammer, and then aims the bomb here and it destroys everything else. Now we have Duplex. This run is, yeah, does a little spin attack to break this. There's like no shields for some reason. Detonates. It just, yeah, burns. Oh nope. Instead of doing that. This run was really hard to time because I had to time it based off of audio cues. Now we have Kylan and Zeref. Both really good runs. Kai misses some of the barrels in the bomb blast. But this is really cool. She does a spin attack too to break the barrels, and that even works with a one-handed sword. I had Alex, which is with an amazing run, using the Highland Shield to block the bomb, but to, I don't know. Now this part here is really cool because it kind of uses the fact that he's still in the air after breaking the box to jump slash the chest. I'm shooting the kind of the same way Username does. Burn that. Very precise bomb throw, and then using the Master Sword Beam to do that, and using the Ragdoll Glitch to break the other ones without having to, like, throw the bomb, I guess. Now we have, King and Ryman, had pretty good runs, but they didn't make it into the compilation. Now this is a really cool run. Sets up a ski bounce and then uses hold smuggle to cancel the ragdoll animation, because you're not allowed to use preset skew in this task. Does a ski bounce off the Cryonis block, goes to the staircase, and finishes the run. And pretty much the same strat here. Yeah, it falls in the water, but doesn't lose too much time to that. Waits for the launcher to rise up, and the ski bounces to victory. Next is Tombo. Surfs down the ramp with Radiant Shield, which is actually really fast. Cryonis jump. Sets skew here. And does an ESC through the bars. Not bars. It's like just the textured wall, I guess. That's what you would call it. Now we have our second run. I forget what he does here. Surfs down the hill again. barely makes it up here, which is... And here, instead of using the ski bounce, it's like walk here, which still happened to get here's that ski. Very smart. Next is Pengu, who just like sits there for a second and then starts to run for some reason. And then does a beautiful ISPC through the wall. Very clean. And then bombs himself over here. I'm not sure if that's faster, but it looks cool, so I'll give him that. Uses the chest. And does an SBR, which gives him just enough height to make it onto the ledge with the flip. Love that run. Next we have Mules, one of the two Eventide bros. Current Eventide record holder. Sets skew on the lamp, which is very finicky. Sets up an ESC. It was a little bit of time to the setup, but a very nice ESC with not very much buffering involved. Finishes the shrine. Pretty nice. Over here, goes and does a triumphant into, I think, yeah, uses a bomb to get a little bit of extra height and distance. And goes and finishes them. Very clean run from Mules. We have Kylan again, who for some reason doesn't like skipping cutscenes. I guess that's because she does a lot of void dash, which gets skew on the back of the elevator. Yo, Pengy, you just missed your run. And does a quick ESC, which I'm not sure why she opted for that instead of a regular ESC, but it was effective anyway. It goes over here. What is she doing? Well, I haven't watched this run in a while. Oh, this is cool. She uses the chest, and uses the chest in combination with the rising platform to get a little bit more height. Very nice run from Kai. We have Fishaw. Sets up an ISC. This is actually my strat too, but I never finished the second run. Clips that with an ISC. Climbs up the ladder and finishes the run. For this, sorts down the thing and does a cryo flop up here. This cryo flop is not easy. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Next we have Alex. Shoots the switch there. Gets skewed this way. Very interesting there. Uses the bomb to get a bit of extra distance. I guess that's effective because he couldn't make it up to the top anyway. Very nice ESC. And then another cryo flop. Very cleanly done though. And then hold smuggle at the end. Lost a bit of time to running around to enter the staircase instead of jumping onto it, but still very clean. We have Zera. Goes over here. Instead of bombing it, just swims across. Loses a little bit of time to that, but he didn't need to set. He doesn't set skew because he. Oh, come on. Well, he does an ISPC there. I guess we're missing the rest of those runs, unfortunately. This is a newer task. This is only a couple months ago. Where you have to touch both chests in the shrine and then exit through the elevator. Goes down here, goes to the other chest. Goes and completes that as well. Now, and then exits the shrine through the elevator. Pretty good. Pretty standard, pretty clean route. Next we have Phantom. He goes up here. Stasis is the platform. Does this in combination with the bomb. It's pretty precise to do it without the bomb. and if you don't get it within the time, you only have like a certain amount of time for the task bar. It actually goes up here instead of going around the lower route. And yeah, and glides to the end. We have Tombo next. Stasis it. And stasis the platform. Instead of, yeah. It uses a tilt reset to get up there. Quite nice. You almost never see tilt resets in tasks. I mean, more times than not, they're banned. That was really weird. Yeah, leftover pulse bounces can have strange properties. Yeah, I don't think that would work there. Okay, next is Yoshi. With very clean run. Actually goes a different order of the chest than the rest of them. Alright, gets that weird glitchy ledge grab there. Not ledge grab, but it's not Super Mario 64. Like, kind of a wall jump there. You can get those sometimes. And then just like shield surfs to the end, which is very neat. And in first place is Celeste, which is a very clean run. So it does the, you can barely grab the ledge if you have speed food there. It's impossible without speed food. And, yep, very clean ski bounce. Backflips, just loses time, but it looks cool, so. Does it really lose time if it looks cool? Yeah, grabs the ledge. Almost misses the ledge, but does make it in the end. Yeah, very clean run from Les, like always. Then, now we have task 29. This is the, so was a task, I tried out a new layout, like a kind of like a new editing layout for this. Thunder throws the Stone Smasher here. Doesn't fix it up again because it's all the way over here, but anyway, he's trying to go that direction, so it doesn't lose any time. Uses the launcher to go up here, lands up here, breaks the Stone Smasher accidentally, and then equips a drill shaft. Does some jump attacks to break all the things, all the blocks. Pretty standard. Yeah, but still pretty fast. And the text up again. Here's King, who has probably the greatest stasis shrine run of all time. If you want to go check that out on leaderboards, makes it to the end without the rune, and then goes and does it again. Very funny. Anyway, it has a pretty clean run here. Shield flips onto the staircase after both spinning to break the blocks a little bit faster. Goes and breaks these blocks over here by the chests before they go and finish off over here. Next we have Nico, a newer runner. Spin attack with the sledgehammer to break the crumbling blocks. Throws the hammer. There's a lot of hammers in the inventory. Actually, somehow makes it destroys all of them in one go. Which he's the only one to do that. Throws the hammer again. So there's a lot of throwing involved there, which is really nice. Here's Yoshi's run. Use the cobble crusher to break the cobble. Crush the cobble. There's a little bit of surfing action to conserve a little bit of speed. You're allowed to do this one backwards. So it gets a nice shield flip. I think spinning here loses a little bit of time, but other than that, very clean run. Now we have Kai, again, who actually starts at the front of the shrine. Kai, like, a lot of the time will think about things differently than everyone else. I don't think she plays the game the same way we do. But she does a lot of void out storage runs, so she has to get very creative with strategies, so I guess that would be part of it. She goes up here. Yeah, very kind of like Thunder's run, but a little bit more refined. We have Mario at work. It's a lot of boulder bricks. So instead of spinning, just opts for throwing them instead. Although it does a little bit of spinning here to break them. Glad's over here. It doesn't get a very good angle off that, but that's okay. It breaks them all in one hit, so I was wrong. Goes down here. I guess spinning is faster here because there's not really much room to work with. Throws that and then goes and finishes the run like that. Very nice. Next, second to last is Max. Lots of spinning here. Breaks those incredibly quickly. Breaks all the other blocks here. Shield flips over here. Yeah, so loses a little bit of time to that, but other than that, very clean. And then breaks that like that. Very good run. And then last is least me. I actually throw a spear before hitting the prompt, so I can break the ones in near the platform a little bit quicker. Spin attack. I could have gotten again a better angle there, but didn't lose that much time to run. Grabs the drill shot that I threw before. Kind of lost a little bit of time there to weird platform movement. Throw the drill shot. And, yeah, okay. Pretty solid. Now, task 30. I haven't actually released this one to YouTube yet, but hopefully I'll do that soon. Now, this is when you have to get both the metal block and the metal slab to the end. So he just throws one of them. Assume that lands near there. Shoots the block to bring it up here, just to get up here. It gets hit by the block, but but it doesn't lose too much time to that. Brings the slab all the way over here. Magnesis lifts the slab up and just I guess deposits like in the slot up there. The rules say that you have to be able, like the things won't fall off. Oh, very nice flick up there. That looks very difficult. Yeah, and then launches up to finish the run. Very nice run. Next we have Piston. RTA runner. Brings the slab all the way over here. So puts these kind of near the thing. Puts a bomb down. Puts the block on top of it. Hits that with the master sword a couple times to charge it up just a little bit. Unstasis it, falls into place quite nicely there. And then while he's up here, he goes and grabs the slab. And he gets apron and he finishes the run. Next we have Max again. Uses a sprint to actually change the direction of the stasis, which is very clever. I've used that a couple times, and it's a very useful skill if you know how to use it correctly. Goes back down to the block that he already launched once with. Launches again with it. And yeah. And barely misses the sub 30. Next we have Kylan. Unfortunately, her computer died during while she was running this, and she lost a couple of attempts because of that. But still a very clean submission from her. We have an F in the chat for Kai's computer. Alright, barely makes it. The thing barely stays on there and gets a really interesting A press. And we have Yoshi. Don't know how that stasis worked, but okay. Ends it up here. Ends up there. Uses the block lands all the way on the platform, but he also manages to land where the slab is. Has to wait for stasis to recharge. very nice ending too. And then we have Portal, who came into the community saying, hey, I got the Show Dan 2 record, and he's just been taking record after record. Chained inventory corruption to get it. And then this is really smart. While on the stasis blocks, actually grabs this sheet with magnesis, and then finishes the run. And yeah, that's that. That's all the tasks. The current task is Kimu Zeus without the left stick. So if you want to go try that out, you can. We've already got a couple submissions from that for that. Yeah, that's that. I think the next stream we have on Saturday is the All Shrines randomizer. I don't know if it's All Shrines, but the Shrine randomizer, so that I would look out for that. It should be very entertaining. Yeah, that's all I got. Bye.